Sri Ramakrishna entered his room and sat on the small couch. He had been passing through an extraordinary state of mind. He could not touch any metal. He had said a few days before, "It seems that Divine Mother has been removing from my mind all ideas of possession." He had been eating from plantain leaves and drinking water from an earthen tumbler. He could not touch a metal jar, so he had asked the devotees to get a few earthen jars for him. If he touched metal plates or pots, his hand ached as if stung by a horned fish. Prasanna had brought a few earthen pots, but they were very small. The master said with a smile, "These pots are too small." But he is a nice boy. Once I asked him to take off his clothes, and he stood naked in front of me. What a child he is! Tarok of Belghoria arrived with a friend and bowed low before Sri Ramakrishna, who was sitting on the small couch. The room was lighted by an oil lamp. A few devotees were sitting on the floor. Tarok was about 20 years old and married. His parents did not allow him to come to Sri Ramakrishna. He lived mostly at his home near Bow Bazar. The master was very fond of him. Tarok's friend had a tamasic nature. He rather scoffed at the master and religious ideas in general. Master to Tarok's friend, "Why don't you go and visit the temples?" Friend, "Oh, I have seen them before." Master, "Is it wrong for Tarok to come here?" Friend, "You know best." Master, pointing to M, "He is a headmaster." Friend, "Oh." Sri Ramakrishna asked about Tarok's health and talked with him at length. Tarok was ready to leave. Sri Ramakrishna asked him to be careful about many things. Master, "My good man, beware. Beware of woman and gold. Once you sink in the maya of a woman, you will not be able to rise. It is the whirlpool of the Vishalakshi." Footnote: Vishalakshi, a stream near Kamarpukur. Footnote ends. He who has fallen into it cannot pull himself out again. Come here now and then. Tarok, "My people at home don't let me." A devotee, "Suppose someone's mother says to him, Don't go to Dakshineshwar. Suppose she curses him, saying, if you go there, you will be drinking my blood. Master. A mother who says that is no mother. She is the embodiment of avidya. There is no sin in disobeying such a mother. She obstructs her son's path to God. There is no harm in disobeying your elders for the sake of God. For Ram's sake, Bharat did not obey his mother Kaikeyi. Footnote. Through Kaikeyi's machinations, her stepson Ram was exiled to the forest so that Bharat might become king. But Bharat refused to ascend the throne. Footnote ends. The gopis did not obey their husbands when they were forbidden to visit Krishna. Prahlad disobeyed his father for God. Bali disregarded the words of Shukracharya, his teacher, in order to please God. Bibhishan went against the wishes of Ravan, his elder brother, to please Ram. But you must obey your elders in all other things. Let me see your hand. Sri Ramakrishna took Tarok's hand into his own and seemed to feel its weight. A few moments later, he said, "There is a little crookedness in your mind, but that will go away. Pray to God a little and come here now and then." Yes, that twist will go. Is it you that have hired the house at Bow Bazar? Tarok: Not I, sir, but my parents. Master, smiling: They or you? Is it because you are afraid of the tiger? Tarok had a young wife. Did the master mean that a woman is like a tiger to a man? Tarok saluted Sri Ramakrishna and took his leave. The master lay down on the small couch. He seemed worried about Tarok. Suddenly, he said to M, "Why do I worry so much about these young boys?" M kept still. He was thinking over a reply. The master asked him, "Why don't you speak?" Mohini's wife entered the room and sat at one side. Sri Ramakrishna spoke to M about Tarok's friend. Master: Why did Tarok bring that fellow with him? M: Perhaps he wanted a companion for the road. It's a long way from Calcutta. So he brought a friend with him. The master suddenly addressed Mohini's wife and said, "By unnatural death, one becomes an evil spirit. Beware. Make it clear to your mind." "Is this what you have come to? After hearing and seeing so much?" Mohini was about to take his leave. He saluted Sri Ramakrishna. His wife also saluted the master, who stood near the south door of the room. Mohini's wife spoke to him in a whisper. "Master, do you want to stay here?" Mohini's wife: "Yes, I want to spend a few days with the Holy Mother at the Nahabad. May I?" Master: "That will be all right. But you talk of dying. That frightens me. And the Ganges is so near.